decided that this grapevine is going to come out. It means that a quarter of the greenhouse is wasted for the few bunches of grapes we get. It takes over this part of the greenhouse, it takes over a whole quarter of the greenhouse. Tomatoes growing in this border down here get covered, tied up in grapevine. We used to get loads of bunches of grapes, but since I've cut it back, we don't get too many, and we tend not to eat too many grapes now. So it's going to come out today, or the best I can. I'll leave the root in, I'm sure that will regrow, but at least I can just chop it off at the root instead of having all these long straggly bits which are already halfway across the greenhouse, and it's only the beginning of May. So it's to work with the saw now and see what I can get out. Chopped off at the base. My word, that took some getting through, and it took a bit of it was attached to the greenhouse. So it was attached. Some bits I haven't been able to get out. Like that, it's just wedged in there, grown up between the greenhouse frame and the actual, between the metal and the wood. Can't get that out. Anyway, I have absolutely no doubt that it'll regrow. I don't think I've done anything that actually has killed it, but I'm hoping it'll be so much easier to just cut back if it grows from that root. Anyway, we'll see what happens, but in the meantime, greenhouse is now ready for some of the slabs to come out, ready for the tomatoes to go in. That was the main aim today. All the overwintering pots are now outside, and the greenhouse is ready for its summer crop of tomatoes, cucumbers and peppers. These are the tomato plants that will be shared between our greenhouse at home, the plot greenhouse, the cold frame, and some will go outside in a raised border here, just about ready for potting on. Peppers growing okay. Not only has the grapevine come down today, pots are all in ready for this year's tomato plants. We'll have 8 plants in this greenhouse, and maybe about 15 down the plot. The back, seeds undercover, some sweet corn and peas undercover, just in case there's any little mice about. Just ready to fill up with compost now. Tubs have been filled up with water, so there's plenty of water gone down into the soil because it gets really dry over winter. I'll make little holes then between the pots and put some little mini munch cucumbers in that usually do quite well. All I need now, compost, get a tomato plant in. That might be tomorrow's job. I'm now ready to get this year's tomato plants in. I've spent some time getting some decent framework in this year. It's something I usually forget about till it's too late. And last year I sort of thought I could just push the cane straight through the bottom of the pot and into the ground, and that would be okay, but it wasn't, because the ground was pretty hard under the pots and the canes just wouldn't go in. So this year I've got some fairly substantial timbers hammered into the ground and a rail across the top of those, and then the canes all tied to that and into the pot at the bottom. So that's sorted out, and then the variety of tomato here is stapled on the cross member. So there's a couple of Shirleys, a Sun Gold, a Cocktail Crush, one called Buffalo Sun, then Crimson Crush. There's another couple of Crimson Crush because they did well last year, and then the one at the end, I don't know how it's pronounced, that's its label, that's what's on the packet. Cure de Boeuf, don't know. It's a bit behind that one because it was one of the ones that were germinated in the greenhouse. Anyway, I'm going to get these planted up now. I've plant them reasonably, certainly up to the first leaf I think. Get them planted quite deeply. And then it's just a case of keeping them watered, tying them in, taking off the side shoots, and hopefully we'll get some decent sized tomatoes. Tomatoes are all in now. Add a little water in. Hopefully they'll be alright now. It's now a question of getting remaining plants in down at the allotment, where some will go in the plot greenhouse and some will be outside. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.